Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new, my name is Lee, aka Rollin Thunder, and in today's video we're just going to have a general catch up, general chit chat, and see how everyone is. So sit back, relax, grab a cup of tea, and let us get into the video. Welcome back, boys and girls, to another video. Today's video doesn't really have much of a topic as such. It's more of just a general recap, see how everyone is, let you guys know how I'm doing, let you know how I'm coping with COVID-19 and so on, and just generally just having a good old chin wag and catching up on general bits and pieces that have happened throughout the week. So where should we begin? I suppose that's a good question. I suppose we can always start with the weather, which has been absolutely fucking abysmal. If you guys have seen my most recent video, the 2021 Yamaha R7 video, you would have seen that the weather hasn't been too kind to me over the last couple of days, but today for once it's actually dry, so that's one bonus point. The next bonus point is that the bike has been behaving herself for the majority of the time, which again is a massive yay for me. Also, another positive point for me this week is that if you've seen my Yamaha R7 video, you will see that it's been only live for maybe a day and a half by the time you watch this video, and it's been received with about 100 or so views so far, a couple of likes, no comments as yet, but they'll probably come in time. So again, that's another yay for me. Very happy how that video is performing, only being 24 hours old. So like I say, very happy about that. And generally speaking, the channel is sort of flourishing. I wouldn't like to say that the channel is any better or worse than what it was since the last video I made. I'm hoping to get a few test rides in this year, primarily on things like the new R7, and I also want to see if I can get my hands on a Panigale V4. No idea where I'll get one from, but that is on my list. I also want to have a go on the Aprilia RS V4 1100 factory when the local dealers finally get one as a demo, because I really want to see what that's like compared to the Ducati Panigale V4. So that's another plan for the near future. There's also going to be some more product reviews coming out soon. I know you guys probably weren't all that impressed by the video I did on the earplugs, but you know, they're earplugs, there's not really much to say about them really. But I do know that like I say, the R7 video has been quite well received, so I'm hopefully going to do a few more like that in the near future, so that we can keep the ball rolling, shall we say. Like I've also said in previous videos, my target for the near future is 10,000 subscribers, and we're already halfway there, or over halfway there should I say. So that's again another good plus point for me. Also, the Arai RX-7 is working brilliantly. I love it. I absolutely love Arai. I love my Arai RX-7. I always have been a great fan of Arai in general. Many years ago I bought an Arai Quantum F when I first passed my CBT all those years ago, coming up to almost 18 years ago now, would you believe? Fuck me, I'm old. But anyway, I digress. So as well as that, I've changed my GoPro setup a little bit. In other words, if you can see there, I've changed my mounting solution to practically one mount, one joint and a mid mount back. So I basically followed Adrian Nickelodeon's chin mount setup, because he's got a AGV Pista GP, or is it Pista GPR or something like that, I can't remember, it's one of the two. And as you know, well, if you don't know, I'll explain. The Pista GPR is by far and away more pointy than the RX-7. However, the GPR has had numerous manufacturers actually make, you know, dedicated chin mounts for that particular helmet. I mean, yes, there are ones on the market for the RX-7 that you can use, but they're not dedicated as such. if that makes any sense whatsoever. I have come in contact with, or should I say I have got in contact with 2 companies, one called Ride Tech Moto, they are based in Canada I believe, and the other company is called chinmounts.com, plus also I've also got my other contact in New Zealand who does MOTOMOUNTS, and he's desperately trying to find a mounting solution for my helmet as well, so I'm looking forward to seeing what he comes up with on that front. This week's also sees the return of World Superbikes at Motor Land Aragon I believe it is, and I'm not going to spoil the results for you lovely people because I haven't seen it myself yet, but by all accounts it was, from what I've read in news reports, it was quite entertaining. How true that is I don't actually know, but we shall see. And speaking of World Superbike news, if you guys have been living under a rock or wherever you've been for the last 6 months, 9 months, whatever, you would no doubt know that there's a few new riders in World Superbikes this year, namely one main character, Tito Rabat, who has joined the Barni Racing Ducati team. He's also taken, if you guys remember, Leon Camia's ride. Now if you remember back in the day, Leon Camia was a British rider who did quite well in British Superbikes, and I believe he won one British Superbike title. If I've got that wrong, please forgive me, but due to continuous amounts of injuries he got dropped by the Barni Racing team. However, that opened the door for him into management, and he is now, believe it or not, the team principal, or the manager should I say, of the Honda HRC World Superbike squad. And Leon, if you ever watch this video, you know, I wish you all the luck in the world, buddy. You could do with a bit of luck, seeing as you didn't have great luck as a rider thanks to injuries and whatever else. So as a manager, I hope you do the very, very best, and I wish you all the luck in the world. Likewise, I wish Scott Redding all the luck in the world as well, and also his teammate Michael Ruben Rinaldi, 2 very, very, very popular, very talented riders. And I look forward to seeing what they can do this year on the Aruba.it factory Ducati V4r. So I'm looking forward to seeing how they go there. Also, we see the return of World Supersport and the World Supersport 300 class, also at Motor Land Aragon. If you know of a rather sweet female rider called Ana Carrasco, who was the first female World Supersport 300 champion. She broke her back last year, or towards the back end of last year, but is now fighting fit by all accounts. And news reports say that she is really looking forward to getting back stuck into racing and getting back into her comfort zone, which is obviously stirring it up with the boys, or should I say mixing it up with the boys, which is in all honesty a great thing to see, because there's not enough female riders in professional racing in my opinion. There needs to be more female riders in World Superbikes, British Superbikes and stuff like that. I mean, admittedly I do know that we have got Jenny Tinmouth in BSB, but I'll be honest, she hasn't really had much luck with teams and bikes and, you know, results and whatever else, so it would be nice to see her do a bit better as well. Also, another thing that's just sprung to mind, who remembers Chris the Stalker Walker? Anyone remember that guy? He was a big name in World Super BSB back in the 90s, and equally as big in World Superbikes for a couple of years. He's back racing again. Can you believe it? I think he's in his 40s now and he's racing still. He's just recently signed to ride in the Ducati Troy Options Cup on the Panigale V4r, and again, I wish him all the luck in the world. He's a very, very popular fan favourite as a rider, especially back in the day when he had his rivalries with the likes of Jamie Whittam and Neil Hodgson. You know, when he had his rivalries with James Whittam and Neil Hodgson, they were some epic battles in BSB. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. It's a shame that Neil Hodgson isn't racing anymore, because could you imagine him, so Neil Hodgson and Chris Walker going back at it hammer and tongs together? That'd be something epic, I'm telling you. But seeing as we don't have Neil Hodgson Racing anymore, we do have, however, John Mcguinness. And if you don't know who John Mcguinness is, or if you've been living under a fucking rock for the last 20 years, John Mcguinness is a Isle of Man TT legend, an absolute legend of the TT. Really nice guy, really nice to talk to, really approachable, just a really genuinely nice geezer. That's not to say anyone else isn't nice. I mean, I dare say the likes of Chris Walker, Neil Hodgson and so forth aren't nice people, because I'm pretty sure they are. But I'm just, you know, saying that as an example. I think they're all very nice people in their own right. I can't foresee them being horrible people, do you know what I mean? But anyway, I digress. Anything else in any other news? Oh yes, if you've recently been watching the Eurovision Song Contest, it happened about a week or so ago now, by the time you watch this video. The UK got absolutely no votes, none at all. People were saying that it's politically motivated. To be fair, it probably is, thanks to Brexit, but who knows. I personally haven't watched the Eurovision Song Contest since there was a band who won it from Sweden called Lordi with the song Hard Rock Hallelujah. How I remember that, I don't fucking know, but I do, so there you go. And yeah, I haven't really watched it since then, really. That was what, 2008, 2009, something like that. But I'm not gonna lie, the whole thing about Eurovision Song Contest, it's just bollocks. It's just one-hit wonders who come out with a song to try and get a bit of fame and a bit of clout, and all that happens is they have a one-hit wonder, they get to #1 for like 3 or 4 weeks, and then that's it, they're gone. So, you know, they're not really even worth talking about, if I'm honest. You know, it is what it is. But I digress. The rain is holding off for the time being, so I can't really complain too much. Is there anything else going on in the news that I need to report? Oh yes, there is one other thing. The amount of fucking lunacy moped riders on L plates that I've come across this week. Oh my fucking god. I've had people try and undertake me, overtake me, sit right up my arse trying to use me to slipstream on like 125cc mopeds and so on, and it's just like, what the actual hell is going on? But yeah, that's a video for another day, I think. There is one incident that took place last week that I have to tell you guys about. I was riding away from work, you know, as you do, minding my own business, not going stupidly fast, but probably about as fast as I'm doing now. And if you can imagine the scenario, right? It's a straight bit of road, not quite like what this is, but it's straight, and there's roadworks. And I'm, you know, riding along, minding my own business, when all of a sudden, some woman, bearing in mind she's a fucking elderly woman, and I know this because I got that fucking close to her car. She must have been in her 70s, maybe 80s, but regardless. So I'm riding along, minding my own business, and she just pulls out of a side road, quite literally, without even so much as slowing down. No slowing down, no stopping, no thinking about what she's doing, absolutely nothing like that. So a bit like what that fucking bus did just there, but from my left. So basically, long and short of it is, she come out the side road, didn't look, didn't slow down, completely and utterly fucking blinkered. You know, wasn't paying any attention to anything else around her, just what was in front of her. And she basically nearly caused me to crash. And if I've still got the footage, I'll show you. Stupid old bitch. So naturally, the first thing that came to my mind was, make her see you. So I tried using my horn, tried revving, nothing, didn't see a thing. So in the end, and people are going to hate me for this, I took her fucking wing mirror off. And people will probably say that I shouldn't have done it, and I was cruel for doing it because she's elderly, blah 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 blah. But at the end of the day, if you're not going to look where you're going, then you deserve something to happen to you. as bad as that sounds, but there you go, it is what it is. And anyway, like I always say, guys, thank you for all the support, thank you for all the subscribers, thank you for the comments and the likes and so on. And if you like what you see and you want to see more, make sure to like, comment and subscribe. Tap that bell for every notification that comes up in the near future, so that you are up to date with all my latest content. But for now, this is me, Lee, aka Rollin Thunder, saying look after yourselves, look after each other, stay safe on the roads, and as always, adios!